And it's time for Lefties Losing It, and the left are nothing if not thick as a plank of wood, but not nearly as useful. Let's hear from this Liberal woman who seems to think that if you have a credit facility, be it a credit card or mortgage, then you are essentially on welfare. Get ready to be assailed by stupid.
If you have a credit card and you hate people who ask for handouts, you are a person asking for a handout. A credit card is somebody else's money. So for all you right-wingers who are all, oh, stop giving people handouts. If you have a credit card, you're a hypocrite. Yeah.
Oh, she got us there. How can we ever respond to that razor-sharp analysis except to say that unlike a handout, you have to pay back the credit card with interest if you don't pay it back in full by the due date. So not at all like a handout, but our genius financial advisor was not done yet. She has more analogies.
Did you buy your house flat out? Did you write a check for the full amount for your house's value? No, you did not. You got a loan. You asked for a handout because you couldn't afford a house. The credit system is a handout. And the fact that most of you can't see this. Go back to school.
Yeah, folks, go back to school. Then you can be so spectacularly stupid that you think it's a good idea to showcase your ignorance on the internet. Now let's check in with Dylan Mulvaney, the Bud Light destroyer who mocks girlhood for a living. He's gone from posting content like this.
Excuse me, where's the women's restroom?
Sorry, ma'am, you're not allowed into the women's restroom.
Well, I guess I'll just piss on the floor. Piss on the floor.
Piss on the floor.
Piss on the floor. I'm pulling my panties down like a hoe, cause I'm about to piss on the floor.
Charming. Yep, he's gone from posting content like that to dressing up like this. Dylan's got sick of dressing up in girl phase. He's now posting stuff dressed like a man. So let me get this right. Dylan is now a man pretending to be a girl, dressing up like a boy. Sounds like a useful thing to do. Here is Dylan dressed up as an old man to promote his new show.
They have matinees. They've got matinees on Saturday and Sunday. 5 o'clock on Saturday and I think 3 o'clock or maybe 3:30 on Sunday. Get your tickets now. Hey!
Let's hear from the mayor of crime-riddled Chicago. Here he announces that he's effectively banning ICE agents from his city, anything to frustrate the Trump administration's efforts of deporting illegal immigrants breaking the law.
And today we are signing an executive order aimed at reining in this out-of-control administration. The order establishes ICE-free zones. That means that city property and unwilling private businesses will no longer serve as staging grounds for these raids.
The Democrats certainly seem to have a permissive attitude when it comes to criminals, and it's not restricted to illegal immigrants. Listen to Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell, who thinks criminals don't belong in jail. They deserve understanding.
The criminal system has had a disparate impact on black and brown communities. Let me lead with that. So when this person is committing 6 or 7 crimes, I don't know his or her story. Maybe they were abused as a child. Maybe they're hungry. So my remedy is to find their life story to see how we could help first. I have no desire to put them in jail, but I need to protect you.
So it's no surprise that these blue cities have turned a blind eye to the violence of far-left activists, including Antifa, and so has CNN. They even object to these politically motivated criminals being called terrorists.
You keep calling them terrorists, but isn't that hyperbolic to call them terrorists?
What is? If anything, I'm understating the severity of the situation. What issue was more central in 2024 than turning back the border invasion? And since the day we came in, ICE officers have been subjected to a nonstop campaign of physical violence and harassment. every single day.
And Stephen Miller was not done yet. Watch as he schools the CNN anchor who thought he had a gotcha moment.
Democratic president someday calls the National Guard to a red state over what they see as open rebellion, but is what amounts to a demonstration that gets rowdy. I mean, is that not a fear?
And they're posting
yours?
pictures of their kids because it's a demonstration, and they have a sniper on top of a building firing a high-caliber rifle at a nice facility because it's a demonstration, and they are engaged in vehicle ramming
But the National Guard isn't being sent to Texas.
Because it's a
the National Guard
demonstration.
isn't being sent to Dallas, where that sniper was.
Because the Dallas Police Department and the governor of Texas, well, you walked right into that one, have responded to every call for assistance and help. They gave a stand-down order in Chicago, and they gave a stand-down order in Portland. Do you realize that there's 11,000 federal law enforcement officers in Oregon? That's larger than the size of the FBI. Local and state police are resourced to deal with this kind of riotous assembly, but they have refused. They've been given a stand-down order.
And the dumb questions from CNN weren't just about Antifa. Listen to this.
Is it the case that, as Pritzker frames it, you are profiling brown people, that this immigration crackdown is designed to go after people of color?
It's such a, oh, what a dumb question. The illegal aliens who are here are taking jobs away from blacks. They're taking jobs away from whites. They're taking jobs away from Latinos. They're taking their health benefits away. They're taking their school slots away. And, of course, in many cases, they're committing heinous crimes. We cannot have a system of law in this country that privileges illegal aliens over American citizens, and that's what they're doing. You know it, and I know it.
OK, you think after that the CNN anchor would move on. But no, somehow he thinks that emphatic answer wasn't really clear enough. He wants further clarification, and boy, did he get it.
So that's not exactly a no, Stephen. Can you just unequivocally state that the immigration
policy... I said it's a dumb question. Okay.
Well, I appreciate that. But
it's a dumb question.
So no, this policy is not designed.
I thought when I said it was a dumb question, it meant no.
Well, I just want to be clear and precise. I appreciate you trying to qualify my questions, but nevertheless, I think it's a fair one that a lot of people have.
My full answer is no. That is a lie, and it's a dumb question.
Joining me now is Sky News contributor Kosha Gator. Kosha, CNN doing the bidding of Antifa there, and surprising that they would do that because leftist agitators attacked CNN's own offices during the 2020 riots. They seem to determined to downplay the political violence we are seeing from the left.
We can only surmise they're true believers. Their own buildings were being attacked, and even then they are so true to the cause in the face of very clear and precise, to use the anchor's own words, response and commentary by Stephen Miller. He's like, I just want to be precise. Are you going after black and brown people? It's again, sort of like they just have this very limited barrel of cards or words that they play, and race is one, and skin color is one, and there's a couple others, and they just keep going back to that. They're not able, they need more range. They should broaden the way they interview people.
I mean, you only have to look at Antifa's antics to see how violent, how lawless this group is. And yet you've got CNN saying, oh, no, it's hyperbole to describe them as domestic terrorists. It's politically motivated violence. It's pretty much the definition of terrorism.
It is, and there is really this continuum between things that we've seen, way back from the Steve Scalise shooting, Trump twice, the supporter, Corey Kempter, died, of course, at that shooting. There were two other people who were shot and recovered, Charlie Kirk, Justice Kavanaugh, the attempted assassination, and Antifa, and the attacks on ICE. It is all related, and they try to kind of frame it as these are all isolated events and don't patch them together into some sort of pattern. But as you say, it is a pattern. It's becoming more and more clear that it's coming from only one side. The bullets are flying in only one direction, and I think it's going to get harder and harder for them.
And they seize upon some activist research that has been fully debunked as, oh, no, this is a both sides issue. In fact, the right wing is worse, but the figures just don't bear that out. Now, this week, the President and the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, attended the US Navy's 250th birthday celebrations. Both gave rousing speeches, but I think First Lady Melania was the crowd favourite. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth emphasised the importance of unity and love of country.
Your diversity is not your strength. Your strength is your unity of purpose, your shared mission, your love of country.
And President Trump ended his 45-minute address with his iconic dance moves. Kosha, the armed forces, the Navy, are seeing healthy recruitment numbers. It's a change from what we've seen in recent years under the Biden administration. And I looked up the data on the voting patterns of military personnel, and 2 in 3 veterans voted for Trump in 2024, according to the Washington Post. That's pretty emphatic support for the Republicans.
Indeed, emphatic it is. The numbers are almost back up to where they were right after 9/11, which is when there was this very natural, organic surge in patriotism and people signing up to serve. And then it's been on the steady decline since then, totally plummeting under the Biden years, and it comes back up. I think big picture, it is downstream from leadership and just what it looks like to follow real leaders that you want to follow, right from President Trump all the way down to Pete Hegseth and below. And they're just having fun, and they're aspirational figures, and people, I think, like that, young people, and they're looking for purpose in their life, and patriotism is cool again, a little bit. And then secondarily, I also think it is the policy where they understand, as Pete Hegseth said, that the military is about lethality, not diversity. It doesn't matter if you want to take a vaccine or not. It doesn't matter what your diversity credentials are. Like, you come in here for that purpose, serving your country and being a lethal fighting force. They believe in that. And also, I think the fact that he is the peace president, Trump, they do trust that if you sign up for the military and you get sent to war, it will hopefully be for good reason and not these endless adventures that happened in the Bush era.
It is, and it's, again, such a contrast to the media narrative that he was being disrespectful to veterans and the whole suckers and losers line that, again, has been pretty comprehensively debunked, but many people repeat it as if it's gospel.